Hello, I'm Alex, this is Rosa. We are from the Year 12 English Language and Literature A-Level class, and we would like to talk to you about Letters from France by Murray Williams from the AQA Paris Anthology.
So, Letters from France, a collection of writings by Murray Williams, is providing a vivid and personal perspective on the French Revolution. It is written in the form of letters, and it captures the turmoil, hope, and horror of this transformative period in French history. The letters provide key factors such as the fall of the Bastille, the reign of terror, and the rise of revolutionary ideals like liberty and equality. It's a mix of historical information and the personal reflective.
It is written as a series of autobiographical open letters to Britain about the French Revolution, giving a first-hand account of the events of the revolution in a proto-foreign correspondent type fashion. It is aimed at contemporary British people interested in foreign affairs or the revolution in general, and it's written as a written correspondence. She is trying to, in the first two texts, inform people and persuade them of her view that the revolution is a moral good, but in the final letter, she is writing mainly to express her sheer horror at the events of the Reign of Terror. So her letters at large are written during the period 1790 to 1796, in the midst of the French Revolution. Her first two were written early in the revolutionary process, where there was some violence, but it was the general mood of the populace was one of hope and optimism. Particularly of hers. However, by the time she is writing her final letter, the royal family has been executed, Robespierre is still in control of Paris, and the tone of the letter is significantly, as she says, more black and turbulent. Hence, Williams speaks of sanguinary decemvirs with profane steps feasting upon the groans of whom they were to murder, referring to the radical wing of the revolution who started the Reign of Terror, and her horror at their actions. She also makes mention of revolutionary commissaries, a revolutionary jury, the Committee of Public Safety, a general proscription, and the 15th of Germinal, and decades, to refer to weeks, suggesting that the revolution has completely restructured France, not just in how it's governed, but from the ground up.
So, Murray Williams makes use of an extended metaphor. Moral horizon of France, the tempests become every hour more black and turbulent. With using this metaphor, she's creating the idea of a storm coming up at the end of the horizon, and is constantly getting worse and more black and turbulent than it already is. This idea gets supported with using the adverb every and the modifier more, which creates this constantly worse getting situation. Through this metaphor, she creates the idea that something needs to change and to improve when a big storm is coming up. Another reason why she's using moral horizon is because at this time in Paris, there was no moral, but there was moral at the end of the horizon behind the situation going on, because they were brutally killing French people with a guillotine, a horrible form of execution.
One of her other primary techniques is out of language, popular not just with her, but with in literature as a whole at the time during the Age of Sensibility, where heightened emotion was considered both important and almost a moral good and driving force behind writing. For instance, she uses the verbs, the pre-modifiers sanguinary, mangled, profane, and polluting. When combined with the verbs, verb phrases, feast upon the groans and steeped in blood, shows her, quite clearly, shows her general censure of the Reign of Terror and those in control.
Through the use of pre-modifiers like moral horizon, vulgar despots, or revolutionary commissaries, it is more understandable and easier to imagine for the reader, because she's describing the people, which makes it more vivid. She's describing nature with using pre-modifiers like lovely or charming. Therefore, she creates a contrast between human and nature, putting French people in a bad light. Through the use of French words, Meudon, Bellevue, or Faubourg Germain, which are all places, she creates the idea that the reader is in Paris with her at the time. Because she's writing for a British publisher and therefore British people, the use of French words give expertise, and the reader can imagine Paris at this time better because she uses proper nouns of places.
Almost the entire letter, with one exception, is written in complex sentences, which both elevates her register, highlights again the emotion of the piece, harkening back to the Age of Sensibilities conventions, and helping her express a great volume of ideas and her emotions at the same time, making her thoughts on the French Revolution seem yet more intense.
This was our explanation of Marie Williams' Letters from France.